Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is SL. Today's video will be about a small haul I got this month. The first one will be my coloring books, and the second one will be my small art supplies. So I got this because I was looking for a 100% cotton watercoloring book. Well, actually, I got this is not because of the watercolor that I wanted to try on. It was because of the oil pastel I want to try on. And this is very simple lines. And because the lines are quite faint, because it's on 100% cotton and with a thick 300 GSM thickness, I thought I want to get this to try. Since recently I've been obsessed about using oil pastels, and I mean, you can use watercolor, but the thing is that the surface is not that it's not that rough. Well, it's not I wouldn't say it's very smooth, but it's not a watercolor kind of paper. So, but for oil pastels, I thought of trying because of thickness and because the lines are quite thin. Actually, for oil pastel, it doesn't matter whether the lines are thick or thin. It's only for the watercolors that you need this kind of faded lines. What I'm disappointed is that when I got this, I thought there's some reference picture so that you can follow. But then because I saw from the Amazon site, they show some colored pictures. Probably I need to go to this website and check it out again. Uh, but it was on sale, I think. So I got this because of that. Uh, Never had one with the 100% cotton coloring book. And this one is because this is by Zoe de la Casas. And I got this Paris Street Style a coloring book after I got this Chez Moi, this gorgeous coloring book, and all these illustrators, different illustrators compiled into one book by her. And I got this because after watching the funny Christine of Cat and Paste, she did a flip through of this, and because of this, I'm a fan of hers. So I like this kind of sketchy style. And when I saw she has this book, I think she did quite long ago. This was quite long ago. Yeah, it was 2015. But then I like this kind of sketchy style. So and I saw this on Amazon, and it was I think they were on sale. So they are, I think there are some flip throughs. If you like fashions uh, and this weird kind of the way the illustrators, the way she, this bleed out art, I think it's interesting the way she drew. And the paper, they are quite thick, nice. So and I do like the book here, the cover and the design of the front cover, and then with the bookmark is interesting, and then with an elastic. So and then this one was on I think everybody's radar when Lulu Mayos first announced that she has a book coming out. At first I wasn't that keen, to be frank. I love coloring books with, this is quite a not popular opinion, I prefer coloring book with two-sided images instead of one side, because I just love when you have coloring on both sides instead of a blank. Me, I could color here, but then the cuteness and the way Lulu Mayo's drawings illustration. I mean, the more I see it, the more I want it, and I like that her recent drawings, they are not like a kind of like I mean, like beginning at the beginning, her drawings are more like Zentangle, which are not my favorite. I prefer artists draw without all these kind of Zentangles. So I just got it because okay, just try one that's on where she draw human figures. And I only have 3 books of Lulu Mayos. I don't have that many. And the other one that I want to get is her, I think it was a released in a French edition, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a thick cover. I think it was a thick book. So it's probably only available in Amazon France. I was waiting for the a better rate of currency so I could get that book. So this is Lulu Meals, and okay, so far I'm happy with this view. And this one, I showed the flip through of this. This is also also one-sided. Yeah, it's all on portraits, people coloring. You would say this. You can just look into my last video of flip through. Okay, these are my coloring books that I got from my haul, and the next one I got was uh sketchbook. So I don't the past sketchbooks I have, I don't have that many, only one or two, this kind of sketchbooks, and I haven't feel that much yet because mostly I did was colorings, not really drawings. So I thought this one, I'm getting this first time I getting this kind of uh, art blocks, you call that, or coloring blocks. So because this one lay flat because of the glued, they are glued, and then you have to pry them open here. You have to use a knife to pry them open. It stays flat, so when you do watercoloring, it doesn't buckle. So I thought this was my first kind of block I want to get. And this one is it's supposed to be for soft oil pastels, and then they have this kind of like a tracing paper in between, which you can protect your artwork. Okay, that's interesting. But the thing is that again, this is smooth finish. So I always thought that for oil pastels you need a bit of like a rough paper. Maybe it's because you can do rubbing here with the oil pastels. Okay, this one. And the next one, this one also included. This is also the sketchbook that I got also together with the just now the small sketchbook. This one is a mini one. I think it was too cute to pass on. And then I got this. Probably you have seen many of the videos or TikTokers. They have this where you can paint. You put your tube paints here, and then you can sort of like paint while outside, or I don't know. And it was quite cheap, so I got it. And I always like this kind of mini sketchbook I can put inside my purse or my pocket together with it. I did some sketches, but I'm not going to show it because it's not even halfway. So I will show it when it's halfway done. And also, what did I get? Oh yeah, this my first ever professional grade watercolors. What I had before was student's grade and some loose pens, like this kind of loose pens. I had this, and then they were sorry about the messiness. So I thought I want to get a professional grade one and see whether there's a difference when I use it, not on coloring books, on the sketchbook. When I first started, I think about 9, 10 years ago, I use only student grade watercolors. So I think it should be that way. When you first go into watercolors, try the student grade first and see how do you like it. If you like it, and you see that you can see your improvement doing coloring with watercolors, you can try getting a upgraded one. uh, this is my first one, and I'm very pleased. Sorry. And I got this palette because I thought I want to fill. I don't have this kind of empty palette where I can fill in the tubes from the tubes of watercolor. Because what I had before was the student grades. Where is it? My Rowley and Daily and Rowney, sorry. And this one only I have. They are all in pens. So I don't have a watercolor in tubes. So I would love to have that, and I'm able to press out the paint here. And actually I was so bummed because when I got this I was so excited, and this box just dropped out from the box and hit onto the floor, and the mechanism or the latch broke, and I couldn't lock it. This is very careless of me, but I was being excited. Maybe I have to use a rubber band to tie around this. The reason when I got this is because I thought that this is interesting, this palette. I mean the container or the pens here, you can take it out and you can switch places. I don't have to it's easier for me to mix. If I just exchange like that, right? And they have a bigger pen here in case you want to use it for a bigger kind of mixing, or you want to put in more color here. This is interesting, and you can take it out to wash it if you want to. um but I'm so bummed when this one this is quite disappointing. So careless. I, okay, because it was inside the box here and I just open up and just drop the box. Okay. And when I got this together, and with the I also got this I also got this also to fill in uh my watercolors here. And I can this is for when I'm not traveling. I can put some of my favorite watercolors here. Then I can close it so that it's sort of like dust free, or you can use this dish at the side as mixers also, but I like it when I can close. And then since I got that paint, and also I got my first first I never tried, I never experienced the Gansai Tambi watercolor paints before. So of course I'm excited to try this kind of gouache like watercolor paint. And this is so exciting for me because I don't know, it looks so pretty, right? It's so pretty, and there are 48 colors here, and they came with this kind of swatch, or you can swatch here. The swatch paper, you can swatch here or you can swatch here, but usually I rarely do swatches because I'm so lazy to swatch. I mean, you should. Everybody advised that you should do swatches, but let's see how whether I'm going to do it or not. But I'm so excited to try this on the coloring book. Yes, this one. And my last that came is this. This one I got. This one I got this one first. The classic soft pastels. This is the classic series. There are 48 plus 4 whites. There are 4 whites here and 48. The second one came So this one also 48 with the 4 extra whites, and this one is the Morandy. And the colors, even though they look almost similar, but probably they are slight difference. Some are quite similar and slight difference, but some are that I do like some colors because some are quite muted kind of coloring, and they have many greens here, and I like when you have many greens. So, and they have another set, a macaron set. Oh, did I swatch? I did swatch this one because, let me see, I can show you whether I show it the swatch. Yeah, I did some swatches here. So the top, they are the classic, and the bottom, the Morandy. You can see sort of like the oil bleeds through here. So you have to be careful when you do your coloring, in case it might bleed through the next page. So yes, this one, the classic. I did use the oil pastel for, I think the recent video I showed to you that you can see it's quite dark, isn't it? But I finished it with this kind of fixative spray. It's for oil. I think the label mentioned for oil painting. So yes, you don't have a problem with uh, what they call that. It's sealed properly, I would say. And then I was worried about the bleed through. No, there's no bleed through here of the oil. So it was almost more than 4 hours of coloring with the oil pastels. And I got this tool also from the last that this month's haul, when I got the I got this when I got the oil pastels. I got this tool together because I read somewhere that when you use oil pastel, you either need to use the cotton bud or you use this, they call that the clay, the clay sculptor, or the clay color pusher or color shaper, something like that. So this is quite firm. It's not very firm, but then you can use it to sort of like do detailings with it. I use it to, so that like I push the color, or push the color so that you go uh, almost in a straight line, and then I'll use this, the pointy one, to color in between, to push the colors around in between here. So this tool is quite useful. And then I want to talk about I have one whip. So my next oil pastels, I thought I want to try on this one of the Coloriage Wild here. This one I want to try on her, because I'm not that keen with this kind of grayscales coloring. So my coloring book collections, you don't see grayscale books, except for this, the only grayscales that I have, because I have problem with covering all the grayness. The only one that's the only image that doesn't have this much of grayscales is I think I can show you one that doesn't have this one. This is the most minimum in this page. When you colored the hair all black, there's not much grayscales here. So that's why I colored this first here, and you can see you can't see any kind of like grayness underneath here, because there's not much gray shadings here. So I love coloring this. This one I used I think it was Prisma color pencils, and with this I think it was Faber Cast. No, it was new color. Yeah, it was new color here. New color too. New too. I colored here as crayon. I wasn't into coloring portraits yet, but now I thought I want to attempt to use crayons on the portraits. So talking about the shading, so I did try to color one of the shadings just to test, and I just want to overcome this kind of uh, grayscales. I tried to cover this with color pencils, with the grayness, but and yet you still can see some gray part here, some gray. So I try to use with darker color pencils to cover them, and I'm still working on it, and it's very slow here, but I like working slow here because what I did was I'll be like coloring in this kind of motion, so that it takes time, but I don't mind. I wasn't When I'm not in hurry and I'm not going for any deadlines or anything, so I'm quite happy with slowly just coloring this. And I try to cover the grayness, but still you can see the gray part here, gray. So anyway, it will take time for me to finish this because I'm doing it at my leisure time. So the next video will be about Neo 2 coloring with on Leon's journey. So hope to see you next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.